Okay.
Started. Okay, so can you see clearly? This is quarter two, which is the second semester, and we are going to talk about what we are going to do for the class. Okay?
Yes.
So first of all, we still divide the student into three groups, which is group A, B, and C. So group A will be the advanced student, group B will be intermediate student, and group C will be the beginner students. But the setting will be a little bit different. Right now, we are going to put one group for the highest level. This is the top one. Maybe let's call it group 1 for the highest level. And then we will have two other groups for intermediate, group 2 and group 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are going to have four groups for beginner. I think it's here. So beginners group will have 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's talk about what we are going to do for the next semester. So the first thing is let's focus on the project best, and then each of the team, like the group, has a clear ultimate result after the course. So based on that, for beginners book, we will focus more on help them to develop their motivation and help them to enjoy the class. Like in the end of class, they like to speak English, like that. So motivation will be the purpose of the practice. All right. Are you able to see this clear or it's blur?
It's
think
unclear. Yes.
it's too bright, I think, and the letter are too small.
All right. I
Yeah,
will
I
share it
guess
in another. Wait. All right. So let's see. Group 1 and group 2. Let's start from group 1 anyway, because I changed the number. So group 1 will be focused more on the level of the high end of the project. And group 2, which is the intermediate, will be focused more on the language skill, which is vocabulary and grammar. So for group 1, here you can see the project is Welcome to the World. We try to help them to have social media and create some content to show and make some friends on the net. So that's the thing. And then we have to, right now I have 10 sessions of the syllabus. We still develop it. So as you can see here, for the class 5, we are TMS, which is focused on the school, like within the school, talk about student life. And then the other one is Let's Think Hard Road. This one is focused on uh, the world view, the artist in the world, and then the musician around the world, and then how you are going to communicate to foreign friends on the net. Okay? So based on that, here is the 5 class. Okay, so right now what you see here is nothing to do with interchange or the side-by-side book. It's all, it's an idea about the class, but
Okay.
I don't have a book. So this is just a project-based class, and
Mm-hmm.
we're going to search for materials to support your lesson, which means any.
Any materials?
Yes, as long as it's for the topic and project.
And
Okay.
this is for the highest level, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Highest level is only one now because we are going to rearrange all the students based on the performance of the first quarter, and then I'm going to divide it into the new 7 groups again.
Okay. Jay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
If we are going to base it if we are going to regroup them
Mm-hmm.
based on their performance, overall performance that is
Mm-hmm.
given by different teachers, right? Like for example,
Mm-hmm.
someone from group two. Okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
say someone from group two gets the highest score, overall highest score. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if we are going to base it on the total performance, on the total
Not
score,
yet.
it will be very difficult.
Um,
Different,
50-50.
I mean.
Let's say 50-50. The first is based on our entrance exam, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
each group, the level is clear. But right now, there's up and down. Some students are better, some students are not. So we are going to rearrange them into the new setting.
Yes, but we can do that perhaps. For example, all the beginner students,
Mm-hmm.
they will be rearranged based on the like group one to group three. They are
Mm-hmm.
beginner, for example, and then group
Yes.
four to group five, they're intermediate students, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then group six and group seven are high intermediate, like that, right? Or advanced. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to regroup them based on the original group because we really can't
Mm-hmm.
mix them all together. Like maybe if we're going to base it on their scores, s- it won't be
Yeah,
easy
I
to
understand
gauge
that.
their level.
I
Yes.
understand that. So the only one thing I'm going to do is to change. So for students who are supposed to be in group 7,
Mm-hmm.
we will level it up.
Okay.
And who should be leveled down to another group, like group 1 or group 2, I will rearrange it. Yes. So for the name list for each group, we have 2 weeks and process it. So I think that's fine for now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
nothing is final as for now. So let's talk about the intermediate group, which is project B. We have 3. So A, B, and C. B is for intermediate. So for B, the purpose of their learning will be focused more on their language skills.
Mm-hmm.
So I put 2 groups here. All right. So 1 for advanced, 2 for intermediate, and 4 for beginner, and 7 groups still. And then the project here is this is my story. So they are going to talk about their life story, and it's divided into 2 topics for now. One is the memories, past memories, and from here they are going to talk about their childhood, travel experience, high school time, and family time. And for this is the story of my creations. So they are going to talk about type of arts, uh, artists, who is your favorite singer, who is your favorite actor, actress, and then where I began, which is the time you started to pen, the time, because there are media school students, they all like to like film or sing, something like that. So we'll let them talk about their experience and good times and bad times. And all in all, it's going to be the story based on what their experience are and then put them into stories. And
Mm-hmm.
it requires higher level of language skills. I think we have to restart the router.
Hello, Jay.
Okay, I think
Okay.
my internet is not stable. So this will be focused more on the language skills, which is vocabulary and grammar. Of course, Group A is already there, so what they do is to expand and post things on the internet. So Last one for beginner will be motivation, right? So happy class while you learn something. So the project is appreciation of arts. And for the four groups, the first session is about music, audio, and then the next one will be video, audio and visual. So first one is audio art and type of music, instruments, classic music, and pop music. And then we will have how do you like the film? These are visual arts. So action films, comedy films, micro films, type of films. All right, so this is for now, I come up with for solution next quarter. Now, let's talk about it one by one. Grace, you first. How do you think?
Well, as I see it, it's better because it will be more
Mhm,
personal. It will become more personal. The approach will be more personal. And if since we would like to make the student enjoy it,
mhm,
right? Um, this will be easier because we are
mhm,
not just going to ask them what like practice grammar and give grammar focus or vocabulary, but we will encourage them to speak more. Okay,
mhm,
and I guess what during the time that they will share their ideas about something, then we can just correct their grammar, give them like advice or reminders
mhm,
about grammar and all. But for this one, this is better. Like it's not based on books. It will be
mhm.
like it they will find it more interesting.
But that
So
is to say, we don't have book and copy. We have to do the research.
I guess it's fine. Well,
Mhm.
for me, it's fine.
Okay, thanks for your feedback. All right, Tessa, can you share how do you think about this?
Well, well, I think
Mhm,
they will be, yeah, they'll be able to express themselves more since the topics are
mhm,
very relevant to each of them and
mhm,
it's based on their interests.
mhm,
So they would be more motivated and
mhm,
I mean, they can share more insights about the given topics.
mhm.
Yeah.
So if I give you guys the draft of this, I'll make it in the Excel. Will you be
Pardon?
able to do the rest of the research, which is to
Yes,
Yes, no
find
problem with
the
that.
things and then put it into the material?
Ah, no problem with that, Jay.
yes. Just give us enough time.
Yeah.
We have 2 weeks.
Yes.
I think it's
Yes.
okay for two
Yes.
weeks we do this.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you for your feedback,
Oh,
Tessa.
wait. Two
Yes.
weeks. We have to finish everything in 2 weeks. All the materials.
The material we can finish from lesson 1 to lesson 5 first, I think.
Ah, okay,
Oh,
okay.
all right.
Yes. And
Okay.
then the rest we'll
One
just
to
do it
five.
one by one.
Okay.
Since we have, uh, Grace, you check the time right?
Yes. Mm-mm.
Time. So I'll share it now. Sorry, I have too many things here. For the next quarter, we are going to have more time to teach. You won't be as rushed as this quarter.
And one more thing, Jay. Hopefully,
Yes.
we can make sure who are the students who will be attending the class. Like for example, in my
Mm-hmm.
attend
Mm-hmm.
and never showed up after.
Wow. Okay. I'll talk to Petrus about it.
Yeah, so we
So
have to make
anyway,
sure.
before 16, we can prepare for our new curriculum, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then this time if everything goes well, 18 sessions.
18.
18.
If
Okay.
nothing wrong, I think
Mhm.
18.
Mhm.
Yes. All right. Charles, it's your turn. Can you tell me your idea about this? How do you think about it?
I think it is good because it is more organized, and since the target was for the students' interaction, I think this one is better
Mhm,
because yeah, um, the the topics are, they can relate to the topics rather.
mhm.
Yeah, it's more interesting compared to the ones that were actually on the textbook.
Mhm. Yeah. So,
That's all.
and how do you think we can help them uh, more engagement on Facebook and then invite foreign friends? Of course, we will be the person that will encourage friends to give them feedbacks, right? On YouTube and then on Facebook. But how do you think we can invite more, like from other countries, to join their practice?
I guess they should make a blog or
Mhm,
a forum, a page like that, so that they can
mhm,
share their experience in learning English as a second language. Because
mhm,
I guess in Asia there are a lot of students who does that. So if
mhm,
other people are aware about this, then maybe they can share also, and they can
mhm.
chat or make comments. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Another thing, I
Mhm,
think one of the reasons why they don't respond, they don't really cooperate in our Facebook page or
mhm.
in the group is basically because they feel like this is still a classroom.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
So they are like, oh, I study in school and then I study English online, and then I have to respond to homeworks in a Facebook page. So it's like for them,
Mm,
I'm still studying. Am I still studying, or should I like? There's no sense of fun for them
okay.
based from the feedback of my students. Like I talk to them,
Mhm,
but through Facebook Messenger, and they some of them give me feedback. So
mhm,
I guess it makes them feel like they have to study. If they respond to the homework in the Facebook page, it feels like they're still studying. It's not. There's no sense of fun. And
mhm.
as teenagers, I think that's what they really are after, fun.
Yeah. So it's the style of activities we have to look
Most
in.
probably, yeah, we have to do something about it, I guess. Like just to make to encourage them to participate.
Mhm.
Because what we post is like, okay, group 5, this is your homework, blah blah blah. And when
Yeah.
we say homework, right, it's related to school. So,
Mhm.
you know.
All right. Okay, Karen, how do you think
Mm.
about the plan for the next quarter?
I think what teacher's Grace saying is correct, actually. Because when you
Mhm.
are talking about another topic, they're really interested. Unlike if it's really like school class, they don't like it. And I think we really should not give homework and we should just
Mhm.
focus on their conversation.
Mm, how about the engagement of the social media? Because for that one, it's our ultimate practice we help them to do.
Mhm.
So,
I just want to know if this one the school just give you or you just make it by yourself.
who?
This plan. Yeah, I want to know if the school gave it to you that this will be their topic or you just make it by yourself.
I did it last night.
Mm.
Okay, so just like the school didn't tell you anything that this English class will be the goal is for these things, for them able to like this, whatever.
We have to come up with this. So that's
Yes.
the first
Uh-huh.
step we have.
Mm.
So right now, I'll make it into Excel and then also attach this photo with you guys.
Mhm.
And we're going to check it. For these 2 weeks, we are going to finalize what we are going to do for the quarter two on November 16th. Hopefully, we will get everything done on November let's say
Before November 16, that will
14.
be 14.
Yeah.
But
You
you
think it's the
are
time
going
for
to
our
go
class,
to
right?
Taiwan, right?
Yeah, next week. So everything we can do it online. So start from next week, we have
Mhm.
time, and then let's see if we can finish it before Thursday on
All right.
November 10th.
Mhm.
I think it's too late. Maybe next Wednesday, the schedule and the lesson plan is done. And then for the next following week, you can start prepare for the lesson 1 to lesson 5 PPT. And then on 16, we begin to teach.
Mhm.
That'll be the proper schedule.
Okay.
All right, so
I have one question. So are
okay.
we going to change the format of the PPT, or we can just make our own kind of PPT?
Well, the format is still the same. The 7 slides are still the same, but you're
Um,
yeah, still
Because I
same.
thought because I thought we are going to change the style.
No, the style is the same.
seven slides, Jay. Okay. So 7 slides, which
Yeah,
include um, what is
your
this?
topic and
Vocabulary,
vocabularies, and
grammar
then
Grammar
focus.
focus.
that's the practice, like conversation and then the practice. And
The conversation
Can
samples.
um just a suggestion.
mhm,
Can we make a draft first, and then
mhm,
after making the draft, let's see which one is more effective? Because
mhm,
just like what I said, okay, the
mhm,
students are looking for fun, and when they see the lesson and there's grammar in there, it will be
Yeah.
like,
mhm,
okay, this is a lesson. This is not something.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
So that's what I am thinking. Because
Mhm,
one of the students told me that well, when we use the interchange book, they
mhm,
give a feedback that um when they see the PPT, they feel like it's very easy and it's kind of boring because we're talking about grammar and they're already in the middle school and they're in the media school, right? So
mhm,
they would like to, develop more speaking practice, self-confidence, and nothing like a regular school thingy.
mhm,
So if we can make a draft of our own style, okay,
mhm,
we can follow the 7 slides, but is it okay not to follow the format first? Because
mhm,
I think since we talk to the students, we know their needs and we know how to make it more interesting if that's what we
mhm,
want to do, right? We want to make them more engaged, and we can't do that if we just follow one format. It has to be personalized for the students'
mhm.
needs and for the students' what interests, I guess.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, we can do that. And I'll also talk to Petrus and Sir Tim about it
Mm-hmm.
to check if the topics or other things we can add up here,
Mm-hmm.
and then the format of the PPT.
Mm-hmm.
And let's try some draft, and then we can have another meeting next week.
Yes.
So before we start our PPT for next quarter, let's work on the plan first, and then come up with more ideas.
Yes. So we have to see the syllabus first.
Yes. For this, you will receive it after class today, and then you can check your email. All
Mhm.
right. Now, Teacher Nicole. Okay. Hi, Sir Team.
Hi,
Hi.
sir.
Yes. Okay. So, since Sir Team is here, let me briefly tell about what's our plan for the next quarter, for the next semester. So, Sir Team, next semester we are going to focus on the project, which is the 3 levels of students. We are going to have 3 different kind of project for them to fulfill. So for beginner, we will focus more on how to improve and give them motivation to enjoy their class, and then to see the connection between their skill So they will learn music, video, and photography during the English class.
Mm-hmm.
And for the intermediate level students,
Mm-hmm.
they'll have more chance to develop their language skills, which is uh, vocabulary, grammar, and to create their own story using different social medias,
Mm-hmm.
either photo, videos, and written style. And for advanced students, they will focus more on to connect to the world, which is to
Mm-hmm.
say they are going to learn like some marketing skills, let's say social media, how
Yeah.
to let people know about you, about
Mm-hmm.
your art, about your creations, and you are going to tell the world we are here, this is what we've done.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this will be the new module for our new semester.
Right.
So based on this, do you have any feedback or questions for the project?
So we're going to divide the student into 3 groups, or we're still going to stay with the 7 groups?
We still stay in the 7 groups, but
Oh, okay.
the material will be have 3 styles only.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Now, some student has commented that they find their group is rather too easy
Mhm.
or too difficult. I
We
mean,
will eventually-
not the same student, of
Yeah.
course. I mean, it cannot be both easy and difficult at the same time. So, what are we going to do about this?
Okay, first we will check students' performance for from each group, and then we will rearrange them into the new groups.
Okay.
So for level, we will level up and level down for every student to the proper group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we'll do that at the beginning of the semester next, so on the 15th of November.
We'll figure out everything next week, and then
Okay.
next following week we will do the material and prepare
Mm-hmm.
for the lesson. On
Okay.
November 16th, we can teach.
So there's going to be an assessment today with the students.
Yes, they had the final project.
Okay. Okay. Now, some groups are much larger than the others at the moment.
Mhm.
Are we going to address that as well?
You mean to divide it into even smaller group?
Yeah, or
Equal
yeah, is it
number.
possible to spread them more equally?
Mhm.
What's the? I don't know why one group has like 8 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, so I think that's group 6 because we based it on the level test. But the thing is, I guess we have to have the test like the leveling, okay,
Mhm.
by one,
Yeah.
by only one teacher, so that it will be like from the same point of view,
Okay.
from one person, so it will be from like same point of view because we base it on the level test, okay, and the results of the level test we base it on the rubrics,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I was the one who regrouped them or
Yeah.
who made the list.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with that one is we based it on the total scores,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned that we have to have 7 groups.
Mm-hmm.
And based from the total scores, that's how they should be grouped.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there are students who find it too difficult or too easy, the lessons, okay? Perhaps there might be different reasons why.
Mhm.
Perhaps it's the materials, perhaps it's the execution, all
Right.
right? Okay, so we really have to look into it, and yeah, I think we have to divide them and make sure, sir, that we have to make sure that all the students attend the class.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some students that do not really show up or
Right. Well, basically, they'll be failed if they don't show up, and we already explained to them. We will be. We need to. Well, of course. I mean, we failed any subject if they don't show up. That's for sure. And the same with the distant learning program. As far as I'm concerned, we are offering this as part of our education package, and is an overall. So if they choose they don't want to come, and they are aware the fact that they are missing out something, and they still want to consciously decline the opportunity to participate, we're not going to put a gun on their head and make them sit
Yes,
like
yes.
that. We don't do that. And so I would rather, if there are students like that, they really don't feel to participate, and we gave them the opportunity to do it, and they still don't show up. And let's focus on the students that really want to engage and really want to learn, because if they are giving up on themselves, there's very limited what we can do about it, and we're going to let their parents know that your kids are just wasting their time and their money. I mean, the kids' time and parents' money. So, but I really want, for the next quarter, I really want to emphasize on allowing the students who are willing participants to really do something and feel like they have learned something. Because right now, it's the same in other classes that those who are not willing participants, who are lingering around and just making a fool of themselves, are interfering with other students who are learning. And Taiwanese students being not very aggressive, they don't just kick the head in of their classmates, and they just suffer quietly. And Petrus and I cannot run around the classroom and be the policeman. He doesn't want to do that. So so we're going to tell the student that if they are not going to do a good job paying attention and learn, and we're going to fail them, and we're going to write honestly on their report what their behavior is like in the class to their parents. So let the parents deal with it.
I see.
Okay, so I think it's also about time for us to prepare our coming lesson. And certainly, thank you very much to
Thank
join our
you.
meeting today.
Thank you all for the
I
hard
will
work.
email you about our new curriculum. So for the next week, we can go through each lesson and make sure the curriculum for the second quarter is good and ready to go.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
you.
Bye for now.
Thank you, teachers.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.